Hello, 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 everybody. How you doing? I am Vicarian, the storyteller, here to share with you another tale tonight. Actually, a couple tales. How you doing, Felix? Hope your cocoa is good. I haven't had cocoa in a while. Cocoa sounds really good, even in the middle of summer. Actually, cocoa's kind of like go-to like stress relief drink. I don't know why. I think it's my wife's doing. She used to always she still does give me cocoa whenever I'm like stressed out or freaking out about something. Helps me relax. Kind of locked those two things in my brain. Tales from the Programming Land. Cocoa, baking cocoa plus coconut milk plus stevia. Try not to have cream and sugar. Interesting combination. I don't know why I've never really liked the taste of stevia myself. Like, I don't know what, I've tried it as a substitute. But then again, like, the only thing I've really used it in is, like, tea. And for me, tea is just, like, you can't get better than what and of course, I'm the weird one for this, so take this with a grain of salt. But what I always do is half the sugar I would normally use in a pitcher of tea. And then, when you pour it out, 2 packets of Sweet and Low. I don't know why. Works really well for me. Oh, it's just like, it's like the taste just kind of, that right hit. You get used to it? Fair. Fair. But since you got sick, you're trying to eat all healthy. Like, well, good on you. It's important to take care of yourself. Bubble gummy. You know, it's been so long. I can't even say I remember it being bubble gummy or not. I think I would have liked it more if it was I tasted bubblegum out of it. Maybe I should try it again. I do like bubblegum. So boy, do I have a story to tell all of you. So guess what I got to do yesterday? Okay, if you follow me on Blue Sky, you already know what I did yesterday. But I got to go see the Distant Worlds concert for Final Fantasy. It was amazing. Granted, it was mostly a focus concert on sugar isn't that bad for you unless you got the diabetes. Well, I got some bad news for me then. To be fair, my health problems are very much controlled. Thanks to other medications I take, so I'm good. Still trying to cut back on the sugar where I can. Other than the Renegade Hydrates, which are slowly going to kill me, I'm sure. But yeah, I went to the Distant Worlds concert. It was amazing. It was to my knowledge, it's the first time Distant Worlds has toured to my city. There have been a lot of Final Fantasy concerts that have come through my town, but never Distant Worlds, which is kind of the big one, right? It's the big touring show with the full orchestra and all the pomp and circumstance and everything like that. Like, we've had smaller venues where it's been like just string quartet, like a string quartet doing Final Fantasy songs, which lovely. But it's always kind of cool that you get to do this one real big cool show that I've got all the albums, I've seen, read about it for years, but it never comes here. But finally it did. And I got tickets, and I went last night to go. Like, the show itself was focused mostly on Soken, so Final Fantasy 14 and 16 were the big highlights of the show. But they did like an entire set with just the old games. And my goodness, you have no idea how much like the waterworks turned on. Like, I was tearing up immensely as the prelude started to be played, and they had a choir singing along with the prelude. And on a big projection screen, they had video clips going through the entire franchise, from Final Fantasy 1 all the way to 16. And it just pulled at the heartstrings. And even then, after that, they did Battle of the Four Fiends from Final Fantasy 4. Which okay, I'll admit, the projection screen at first, it like started showing video of like, oh, the fight with Barbarisha, and then the fight with Cagliazzo. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And then it showed the fight with the Dark Elf. I'm just sitting there going in my brain, I'm like, that's not one of the Four Fiends. I mean, granted, it's the boss battle music, but just the fact that it started with, it's like not even doing the bosses in order. It's not even doing the fiends in order. You fight Cagliazzo way before you ever face Barbarisha. But they showed like footage and of this stuff, and it was one of those things that, oh man, it was just so much emotion, because there were so many classic songs being played, and they just the music, it like you could feel it in your bones, and it just, especially since we were sat where we were sitting was like right behind the percussion section. So, oh man, when they started leaning into like songs that had like marches and that sort of thing, oh, we felt it. It had a visceral, physical impact on your body when you're sitting behind the percussion and they start just, oh, it was such an amazing experience. Another cool thing that happened during the concert, though, was we had the original performance artist, the woman who sings who sings on a number of 14 tracks. Namely, if you've played the game, you would recognize her from a lot of the female vocals for the Shadowbringers and Endwalker soundtracks. Namely, Tomorrow and Flow, which is what she performed at the show. But I know she's on several other tracks for those two expansions. She was there in person to perform for both of those two songs. And that was really cool to see. Because it was essentially just, it was right out of the games. It was, and you know, my wife even got a huge kick out of that one, because I mean, she's a really big 14 player. She hasn't played the other games as much. She's played some of them. But she's been much more into like the MMO. So when they did the 14 song, she really enjoyed it. Although she is a big 9 fan, and I know she probably got a kick out of the fact, because after the intermission, they came back. Okay, kick this. Double whammy here. They performed You Are Not Alone from Final Fantasy IX. Which, I will say, you get kind of an electric guitar rock version of it in the game, which is good. I like that version. But I always feel like it works so much better as an orchestral, like, song. Where you have these big sweeping moments in it that just really resonate with the full feeling of that scene in the game for me. Like, even, you know, when I played it last, for not on stream, but when I was playing through it offline for 100%ing it, when we got to the You Are Not Alone bit, I actually muted the game and played the recording I have of the orchestral rendition of it, and from one of the earlier Distant Worlds albums. And it just it hits. This was matched with the battle theme from Final Fantasy XIII, which just felt right on the mark, considering how much, you know, it's like, I know in our previous streams for 13, like in the past few weeks, I have gushed about how much I love that battle music. Like, that's battle music you could just listen to, which is good, because it's an RPG. You're going to be in a lot of battles. You know, you're going to grind eventually. So, you know, what are you going to do? It's like, but having good battle music like that, just, and to hear it performed live was, I mean, I said this online. It was ticking off a bucket list thing for me. I'm so glad I got a chance to actually experience that in my life. Even if I never get a chance to again. I didn't do anything with the merch, because Square Enix merch is notoriously overpriced when it's not being sold at a venue. And there wasn't really much in the way of merch that was exclusive to the show. There was like shirts and like a program guide. That was about it. Everything else was stuff you could get off of like the Square Enix shop. It was the music boxes, CDs, vinyls. Plushies that you could get off the shop. In fact, there was a Moogle plushie, but I was realizing, I was looking at the Moogle plushie, and it's just like, oh, it's a Moogle of this Moogle. Like, wait a minute. It's the Moogle I have at home. It's the really confusing one. Because it's actually a Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 Moogle. But the whole reason it's confusing is that Moogles have very specific names and pom-pom colors depending on where they're from. And this one has the wrong pom-pom for his name. Those who have played 14 know what I'm talking about. It's a K name instead of an M name, but it has the M name pom color instead of the K name pom color. Which I find interesting. And at first I was like, is that just a manufacturing error? But I looked it up, and no. It turns out it's actually because this specific Moogle, who is named on the plush, dates back to 1.0, before the naming convention pom color thing existed. And it's accurate to what he looked like in 1.0. So, there you go. It's crazy, but yeah. I love that little factoid. Now you know that factoid, and we all learn something. But yeah, the concert itself was amazing, and I have now seen two life-changing Square Enix concerts that have made me so happy. I saw that one here, and then I saw the Kingdom Hearts one years ago in Vegas, and that was also amazing. So, yeah, I was going to say I was going to share about that when I went and everything like that. It's I know it's not that great of a story, but I just wanted to share my experiences with it. It's one of those things where it's just kind of like an experience, especially as someone who's been playing through all of these Final Fantasy games and getting to see all this music. Because they didn't play a single song that we haven't experienced, other than the 16 stuff. And there was one song from 15 that we haven't seen on stream yet. But like everything else in the show is stuff that we've seen here on stream. So it's just that feeling of just like, I don't know, feeling connected to the series and how much it's played a part in my life and how much it's affected me in my life, you know, in good. I guess you could say bad. There's probably some bad somewhere in there. I can't think of any, but well, I don't know. I could come up with a few bad things. Yeah, sure. Cosplaying as Squall and Renoa with my high school then ex-girlfriend because we were dating when we had decided to do the cosplay pair, and then we broke up, but we still kind of remained friends. And anyone who's tried to remain friends with their ex in high school knows that that's not a super feasible solution. You don't really have the emotional grounding or maturity to handle that kind of a complicated relationship. I mean, if you can, you can. I'm not saying it's a universal law or anything, but I'm just saying, as a usual thing, it's probably not something that's going to work out. But we tried to make, you know, stuff like that, and we cosplayed together, and it was a thing. This was back in the early days of anime conventions, you know, right around the turn of the century, so it's not like we had the best cosplays in the world. Like, my stuff was all made out of stuff that I've hashed together from, like, a thrift store. But it was, you know, there's a bad thing. I guess the only other thing that stood out that I really wanted to bring up about the concert would probably be the fact that the right before the intermission, they did Swing to Chocobo. And they had a little animation playing on the projection screen of just Chocobo, the Chocobo sprites doing a little dance. And it was so adorable. I was so tempted. It's like, we weren't supposed to film. We weren't supposed to take photography or anything like that while, like, during the show. So I was good. I didn't break the rules, but I was so tempted to get that, to send that to Lunar, because I know they would have lost their minds at seeing that little animation. Oh man, that was good. So, that being said, shall we get into it? We do have a Renegade Hydrate tonight, by the way. This one is an Alani new. These are energy drinks. We've had Alani flavors on here before. In fact, we've had a similar one to this before as well, which was, we've had Alani Cotton Candy. They had this one at the store today. It was a limited summer flavor or something or other. And it was purple cotton candy. don't know what that means. I don't know what the flavor difference between purple cotton candy and regular cotton candy would be. There's certainly nothing on the can that would lead me to believe there's any sort of difference. In fact, I think this is the exact same can they use for the cotton candy ones, with just different colors. Like that one is pink and blue, and this one is purple and turquoise? I have no idea. But yeah, what is the difference? I don't know. We'll find out if it gets redeemed. Don't know what to tell you. In other good news before we get started, I think I figured out the crashing problem with Chrono Trigger. If you remember last time we played Chrono Trigger, the game crashed multiple times during the course of the stream, and I went diving and looking in to see if I could find any sort of solution that would possibly give us any sort of indication to like how to fix it. And I tried a couple of them. There was one on Steam side, and there's one fix on OBS side, and I tried them both, and hopefully that'll work. It's been running in the background the entire time I've been talking. We haven't had any problems yet. I've been watching Chrono and Ayla do little dances on the world map. Well, the entire time we've been talking, which has been delightful. Which I don't blame them either. It's like the world map music for 65 million BC is slaps. Yeah. So hopefully we won't have any interruptions other than my usual dying to things over and over-ness. So, yeah, let's get into it. Take a crack on and see how far we get into Chrono Trigger tonight. Do we get through the rest of 65 million BC? Maybe. Maybe. Definitely not impossible. Alright. Welcome, everyone, back to Chrono Trigger. We are currently wandering around 65 million BC, trying to get our gate key back that we can go back to the future. And bring the redstone back so we can fix the Masamune so we can get Frog to get off his ass. Or whatever we named Frog. Was it Jose? I think we named him Jose. Ooh, talking about music that slaps. What was that guy doing? All right, bug people. I like that it looks like they have little shoes on. Well, these guys aren't that hard. Well, maybe if you're as bad at hitting things as... you know, Cindy is. That's not a door. I'm sure somewhere in here there's a door. Or do we have to jump down the hole? Well, let's see. That one was the one I think the other guy made. just smack me with your nose? That's so rude. Did you at least, you know, use a Kleenex or something? Or facial tissue, I'm sorry. I forgot that I need to call them by their proper names. Because that's what we call things. The heck was that noise? Oh, it's a chubby dragon. That is some Don Bluth looking animation right there. She only knows kiss. Oh, defense lowered by electric shock. Good to know. So giant chubby dinosaur lizard dragons lower their defense when you electrocute them. Wouldn't most things lower their defense if you electrocuted them? Oh look, Reptites. Thanks for letting me steal the treasure, bro. Well, shoot. Hey, Cyclone. I just feel like dinosaurs or prehistoric creatures should be vulnerable to ice. It just... Uh-oh. Don't make me... It's like, I survived the fight with the chubby dragon. Don't make me die to a bunch of reptites. You know, can we, like, maybe... Well, I don't have, like, any sort of healing stuff. Oh, cool. I can just walk in front of him. Okay, equipment. Frank. Is stone helmet better than gold helmet? Okay, good. It is. I don't know why. Oh, no, I do know why. Stone is a much harder material than gold. No? Oh, there's a door. Ah! The monkey! Nope, wind stuff doesn't do anything to him. Yeah, can we aura whirl here for some healing for everybody? It's just, yeah, that's better. Look, we stopped that guy who was, okay, you still want to fight us, I guess. Does he have a little tongue sticking out? Is that a turtle or a mushroom? I don't know what that thing is. So is... So, needs 18 more tech points. Stop that! Stop throwing things. You don't need to throw things. We can have a civilized conversation with our weapons. Okay, I'm kind of okay with him throwing Cindy. Just because... kind of funny. Obtained a fang. Monkey's level increased. Okay, there's that, but there's another door here. Is this like an exit? I think it is. I want to say that just takes you to like the exit of the cavern. What? I wasn't anywhere near you. Okay, I don't know what's worse, the fact that Cindy just decided to clock him with the back of her crossbow, or the fact that it did more damage than shooting the crossbow. Aha! Well, no. Lightning the lizard. Well, at least we got the big thing down before anything happened. Okay, don't do that to me, game. Don't put that, like, laying down sprite on someone and then not show me the ZZZs. Because otherwise I'm going to think that somehow you glitched and killed my character. Oh, good! That fills me with confidence. What in the world? Could those filthy apes have crafted something this advanced?
Ayla,
And so, the hairless apes arrive. Ah, these new ones appear to be cut from a finer cloth than bonky. Perfect, that should make things easier. Tell me, apes, what is the purpose of this device? Tell Ayla about the... No! Okay, for one, why would he believe us? And two, no! I suppose you need some motivation. So be it. Come, Nisbel! Oh no, it's a swallosaur! Do you have the same shocked thing as the other guy? Oh. Oh. So he discharges when you hit him with the electric shock. Just barely got those heals off, huh? I mean, fair, we haven't really seen how much damage we do with attacks without the electrical discharge. Maybe we'll just try that for a round and see how it goes, because... Oh. Yeah, that is a pretty, noticeable difference. Like 143 versus 7. I mean, it's been a little bit since at grade school, but I think one of those numbers is bigger than the others. And you still do awful amounts of damage. Oh, there goes the electrical discharge. Hopefully we got this going down here. I have to feel that we probably be getting him down close. I don't know, it just feels like we're reaching that point, right? Why do you have to run to his complete other side to hit him? Oh, is that what Kiss does? It's a heal? I thought it, like, charmed the enemy or something. Oh, there we go. Well, you know, it worked. We got it. $500 XP. Hey, there you go, Bonky. You learned Roundelo and Drill Kick. The apes beat Nisbel. Give thing back, Frank, now. Bonky, I think your words are a little bit out of order there. Give thing back, Frank, now! Very well. You have won today. But know that we Reptites are the rulers of this world. We'll not surrender it to you filthy apes. Is the gate key alright? Oh, thank goodness. It's like, okay. Ayla, come back anytime. Bonky, no. She could barely contain her rage. Blah. Oh, she was still hungover. That's right. We partied too hard last night. Frank leave? No, Frank. Bonky no fun. Thanks, Bonky. I learned a lot from you. Like how to rock a crop top. Like it's no one's business. Sorry, Frank. Kino try to be strong now. Even more strong, Frank. Come again, Frank. Have party. Drink, eat, dance, not fight, fun. Right, did we ever get the redstone that we needed? I can't remember. Oh, there it is, Dreamstone. Okay, we got the Dreamstone. Come again, Frank. Cindy Nerdy too. Dare I travel into the hunting nest or the hunting range? Or the dactyl nest? Because didn't we have to, like, fall from a cliff when we... Hi, guys. that lightning thing works on all of them? I guess we'll never know, because it's... Why'd they just kill one of them? Okay, so this is where we fell down. Okay, yeah. So we have to jump from up here. Yes. Jump off the cliff because we're gonna... This is gonna be like the thing in Back to the Future 3 where when you jump, there is still a... There's not a bridge now, but there will be a bridge in 1985. I'm sure that makes sense to someone. Hey, Robo. What's up, old man? Dreamstone. I'd forgotten how beautifully it shone. There's a man who knows the secret to working that stone. He resides near Medina, a village of fiends. I know. It's where we're going. Are you just telling us that to remind us? Yeah, I appreciate it. Reminders are very helpful to have in games like this. As we have found out in many other games. Oh, dear me. You found Dreamstone. Yes, that'll do quite nicely. With that, I can make the blade whole again. But first the Masamune and now this Dreamstone. How in the world did you... Oh, I suppose it does not matter. Make yourselves at home. This'll take some time. I'll lend you a hand. Okay, what are we doing? We're gonna eat his sausages? That's what that looks like, right? And it's not just me. The thing on the counter here. It looks like a spoon, a knife, and a bowl of sausages. Or hot dogs. Take your pick. I mean, you have refrigerators. And ovens, which is actually quite impressive for 1,026 years ago. I can do math. Hush. How are you gonna fix it? All right then. Frank, where are you going? The Masamune isn't fixed yet. Because there's nowhere to... Of course, the Dreamstone must be refined. We are to repair the Masamune. That's not all, the blade itself must be activated as well. You work on the Dreamstone, I'll take care of the sword. Okay, fear not. The great Nerdy knows her way around a workshop. So am I just supposed to stand around here and watch them? Can I listen to the radio, maybe? Alright, it's done. Could you bring me the Dreamstone? I'm done here too. What was in the mug?
All right, let's get this started.
I'm just kind of curious what the point of letting us wander around during that is. Like, we can't leave, we can't interact with anything, and we can't make the whole process go any faster. They will do their thing in a whole completely parallel process to whatever we're doing. Why not just make it a cutscene?
Sorry to keep you waiting. Behold, the Masamune in all its glory.
Wow, that's the same sword we gave you?
If you were expecting lesser work, you shouldn't have come to me.
Okay. Frank, let's take the Masamune to Jose. To Jose! Wait. Nope, still nothing going on up here. The cult is still in full swing here.
Or under...
Yes. Oh, great fiend lord, cha-cha-cha. One of these will lead back to... There's another one, right? That leads somewhere else? No? I thought that we had another one that was in 680 somewhere. I guess not. Yeah, roar. You guys do know that I'm like way over leveled for you guys now, right? Yeah, you guys would have been much better off just avoiding us entirely and living. This is the song for 600 AD. It's a nice little tune, and maybe we can find our friend Jose. Hey, Jose. Ah, you've come again. Have a sword. The sword. No, it could not be. The Masamune. I must ponder this turn of events. You may return here. You may remain here for the night. Cyrus, You're leaving too, aren't you?
I am. It's long past time we reclaimed the badge from the Frog King. And I need to see that sword with my own eyes. Cyrus, this kingdom has need of you. Lean and I need you as well. See that you return. As long as there is life in these bones, I shall, come what may. Well then, see ya. Have fun storming the... What do people who aren't kings live in?
Caves?
Yes, have fun storming the caves. Sir Cyrus!
I always thought Cyrus looked like he was a character from Mega Man X. I don't know why. Just something about his design with his armor just always made me think he looked like he was from Mega Man X.
My brothers. I trust the kingdom's protection to you. See that she is kept safe from all of her enemies. Pardon the delay, let's be on our way.
Glenn, you be careful too.
Be well, your majesty.
This was a very good game. It really was. I rib on it and poke fun, but overall, it was definitely one of the best games on the Super Nintendo. In fact, it still surpasses, like, years later, like, a lot of games that came after that generation of consoles. The newer media people glaze it, though. Like, it's one of the best JRPG people ever. Taco people that never played JRPGs now pretend to have liked them the entire time. I mean, in terms of polish, it is probably one of the best JRPGs. In terms of a complete, enjoyable experience from start to finish. However, I will say this, it is a very short game as well, and that may come at the cost of things like that. It's, you know, you can get maybe 20, 25 hours tops out of this entire game. And that's 100%ing. But at the same time, it doesn't suffer from the problem that a lot of other RPGs had at the time. It never has the problem of you get lost of what you're supposed to do. It's usually very good about telling you what you need to do next, kind of leading you through it. The music is amazing. The characters are memorable. I was gonna say they're good, all great, but I don't know if I would necessarily call all the characters great. There's a lot of them that are not super fleshed out. They're more so like archetypes. But overall, I don't know. I would definitely put it on the... I'd put it at least in the top 10 of all RPGs, or JRPGs.
Oh, you seek the hero's badge, Knight of the Kingdom of Men. Come and take it then if you can, Croak. That is what I mean to do. Nirvana strike. I am beaten! Filthy badge, do not think I'll forget this.
Yeah! Glenn, watch out!
Cyrus, your sword. The Masamune.
Oh. We're fighting these guys.
Is that the best you can do? Without your sword, you're nothing. You've not bested me yet. Cyrus, I'm done for.
Listen to me, Glenn. I will hold them here. Use that chance to escape. I think he's bleeding out, man. Do you have a potion?
But...
Stay, and they will only kill us both. Go, Glenn. Run, Glenn, run. Hadn't you better worry about yourself, Cyrus? I do not think you've the time to be concerned with the well-being of others. This is it, Glenn. Go! Gah!
Cyrus! Run, Glenn. The Queen. Take care of the Queen. The King can no longer satisfy her. You must do it, Glenn. And now I'm on fire!
Cyrus? I too would be confused if he just spontaneously combusted.
No!
What's the matter? Aren't you going to try your luck?
No. Like a scared little frog with no pond to jump in. How about it, Sherrod? Lord Magus? Can't you give him a little bit more fitting form?
Very well. No act of defiance goes unpunished.
No! Gah! Ah! That's more like it, you spineless wimp. "10 long years have passed. That was the last I saw of Glenn. Now I, Frog Cyrus, shall take up my sword once more. Have I the strength? Oh, Cyrus. Awaken, Frankie.
Mom, when did you become Scottish?
I do not know how far my skills will carry me, but I will put them to the test. Let us go to Magus's keep. His strength is no small thing. Do you understand the odds we face?
No. We know he has a cult in 400 years. And that's about it. Nothing can beat science. Except for apparently a necklace. The good guys will always win. Like, normally I would say I'd rather bring, like, someone like R2D1 here than Cindy, but Cindy's also the only one with healing? I mean, we could try and stock up on potions and stuff before we leave. Just knows we have enough money for it. The animation on some of the combat stuff is kind of weirdly bugged out. Oh, that's right. R2D1 has the berserk thing on. You wish you could have been a developer on this game? SNES used assembly, didn't it? I honestly don't know. Yeah, to my knowledge, I honestly do not know what the development language was used for the Super Nintendo. Equipment. Instead of using complex CISC x86 instructions like the ones Intel used, the SNES used 65C816 assembly. Huh. Oh, you love that song? The Woods? It's really interesting. All the songs in this game, you still listen to them a lot? Me too. I honestly, like, this is one of my favorite soundtracks just to put on in the background. This and Chrono Cross. Make a game in SNES with one baby step at a time, I'm assuming. Poke register. What does that button do? New internet. Turn to page 82 of the SNES SDK manual. I mean, I have to imagine, since it's assembly, it would be more like turn to page 782 of the SDK manual. I have to imagine that was a thick boy. I mean, I remember the original DOS operating system instruction manual being like the size of a Stephen King novel. that was just using DOS. Chrono Cross is so good. Oh hell yeah. We're actually going to play it after we finish this one. Remember in the 90s when computers were these mystical devices? Yeah, there was something nostalgic about that. You'll watch if you be around. Sounds awesome. Yeah, essentially when we clear this one, although I'm thinking we might do essentially a second playthrough of this first, one where we're skipping all the dialogue and everything, but doing New Game Plus so we can get all the endings. Trying to remake your game and Godot. You made it in Unity over many years, and then Unity screwed you over. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a tale as old as, I guess, a couple years ago, really. Like, Unity used to be like the thing everyone should use until they figured out everyone thought that about them. Online only to use your dream is simply not use the internet much, most things offline. Hey, but I'm a thing that's online. Or make a game engine where it's its own scripting language, interpret it so you make the game while it's running. Interesting. It's going to be a while at this point. That's understandable. That sounds like it's a heck of an endeavor. George Hoget. Ah! Stop that. Oh no, it's Cyrus! Run! You're nostalgic for the days of BASIC in the 80s and Commodore 64? I got my start using QBasic on my parents' 386 when I was a kid. Thank you, Cyrus. Glenn, there are times when a man must stand and face things that trouble him. But it hurts to be hit. I cannot hurt another, not even them. You're too soft, Glenn. Someday you'll have a Scottish accent. But be a Spaniard from Egypt. Practicing dependency injection, which is nice in your opinion. Services are singletons. You can get injected into controllers that are instanced. You probably get what I'm saying when you're working with .NET. I do. Yeah, we've used dependency injections sometimes with SAR software at work. That's the guy's correct voice. Glenn, I've decided to join the knighthood. I thought as much. You'll be a fine knight, I'm sure of it. Won't you come be with me? I mean, join me? I mean, be my squire? I cannot. You cannot not? No, I cannot. So you cannot. But why? You're a better sword than I. You always have been. You see, Cyrus,
There can only be one.
I don't know why I'm so insistent on making Frog's backstory Highlander. Your last code base was such spaghetti. Might as well have been a gigantic script. Oof. Everything depend on everything else. Gotta put everything in one function. Using a lot of if-else statements. These graphics are insane for the SNES. I know, right? Yeah. It's the entire gag I've been running with for Frog is just essentially make it Highlander. Manager.cs. Just everything goes into main.cs, and that's the only file in your entire project. That's how we do things. Does it run well? No, but it does run. As long as it compiles, we can ship it. Good score? You know, I actually don't recall off the top of my head what the score to Highlander is. I know all the Queen songs. I haven't the nerve it takes to be a knight. In a real battle, the fear would take me. Glenn, why isn't your hair blowing? No! Ugh. Every soundtrack score from the 70s to the early 90s was amazing. Nothing beats the music from the movies from 1995. That was the best year in movies. We had Hackers, Mortal Kombat, Empire Records, Street Fighter. The badge. The hero's badge. Man, I am just completely misremembering this. I was under some sort of impression that it was a lot more ambiguous that Glenn and Frog were the same person. Like, it's been a very long time since, you know, I mean, it's been a good 10 plus years since I played this game, and it's been really longer than that since I played it the first, you know, I played the first time back when it came out, when I was in 6th grade, maybe? But I seem to recall it being a lot more ambiguous. But now I'm playing through it again. It's bright as day. It's plain as pickles. You know? Glenn equals Frog. Jose in this case. Remember the sci-fi Street Fighter live action? I am so happy that they're making a new one. And I am so happy that the new one is so leaning hard into how silly the premise is. Like, that's right, we're gonna get a bunch of Street Fighters to join a giant tournament to stop an international crime syndicate. What? I remember you have to go get Frog and the robot. You have to fight a time-traveling alien. I mean, you covered the basics there. have a good, like, trap up in here in the head for stories. They have to make more films in the style of the 90s. Ooh. As much as I would love that, I don't think they would make, like, a profit in this modern era of film. I think that the nostalgia factor alone would be not enough. Oh, The Crow! The Crow also came out in 95. I don't think modern audiences would quite just bite for it, unfortunately. And it is unfortunate because there is something, like, to appreciate about that style. Like, that $300 million graphics. See all those reviews on video games? Ew, pixel art for Octopath and Triangle Strategy. That's actually been one of the hardest things I've ever had to try and sell my wife on. Is she is a stickler for graphics. Forget pixel graphics. She doesn't even care for, like, PS1. It has to be at least PS2 quality or better for her to even take, like, an interest. And that's just something I've learned to accept about our relationship. She doesn't like those pixely graphics or old school graphics. I don't like tuna or vegetables. You know, you deal with these things in a marriage. It's not nostalgia, it's just practical for independent. I agree. I 100% agree that it's not nostalgic based. Quite honestly, it works great for the indie game market and everything like that. I am 100% on the same board with you. It's a good system for essentially creating solid visuals without investing in a ton of stuff. Veggies made healthier? Yeah, but they taste awful. They taste like someone boiled a sock. You're super sick that aren't juicing veggies for a year, and they taste terrible. They look terrible, but they make you healthier, I suppose. Yeah, I have alternatives. Technically, the food pyramid says I can have fruits or veggies. I prefer the fruits. Yes, they do. The Mashamoon, if you please. Why did we stick it in the ground? We just got that thing sharpened, and you stick it in the ground. My name is Glenn. Glenn Jose Rodriguez the Third from Egypt. Long have I carried Shirish's hopes and dreams, and now I bear the Mashamoon as well. At this rate, just frickin' call me Shirish. Henceforth, I claim them as my own. I shall slay the fiend Lord Magus and restore our honor. Oh, good! I got the cutscenes working. Do it, Frogman! Yeah, the cutscenes were only on the PlayStation port and later versions of the game. This was not on the SNES, no. This cutscene was not on the SNES. Although, wouldn't that be great, is that if they just shipped the game with like a VHS tape that had all the cutscenes animated on it, and then it's just sitting there, it's like, play 1 second, 3 minutes. Like, at this point, it just tells you the time code that you should play it from to see the proper cutscenes. I didn't know I'd never do that. PS1 Sega Saturn FMVs? Yeah, I remember. Oh, there's bats. They're like 360p and grainy. Yeah, back when we had to fit it still onto a CD. Because we didn't have DVDs yet. I mean, heck, I remember some of the Sega CD FMV games. Oof. Where they had the... Not only was it super compressed, but it only took up like a quarter of the screen in the center and was like... had lines all over it. You would ship a VHS with an SCS cartridge, the game pauses, insert VHS tape, and move to one... Yes, I'm just surprised no one actually did that with the cutscene, with like video cutscene things like that. We did it with board games. Why didn't we do it with video games? We put whole books in the box for video games. Gotta send me the FF7 Gears. It's the reverse engineering guide to the FF7 source code. Oh boy. I like it's as you go through how it works as far as they know. There's some interesting implication to that statement. Like, we think it worked this way. What do you mean you think? No one knows. Let's help the rats. They're stuck. Imagine being the guy tasked with the FMV compression algorithms. Man, I would hate to be the guy who worked on any video compression algorithm back in the day. Like, I am still astonished that Real Player existed in the time it did. You could get an entire 30 minutes worth of, like, episode of TV in a Real Player format for like less than 60 megabytes. It was insane. Now granted, it looked like complete butt, but it's insane. You guys, do I have to hit you with magic or something? Is that the trick here? At a scripting language for cutscenes, and I think it was like move something, something, etc. On 90s Tokyo wages, no less. After the economy crashed and stagnated. Oh, man. Could it be that you wield magic? I thought only fiends employed now. If you were to travel to the end of time, you may also gain the ability to use magic. However, I am a robot and not capable of wielding magic. So why you thought my abilities were magic? If I've ever worked with C++ graphic stuff, like Rec 3D or OpenGL, I've not. I think the closest I've ever come is I've learned to draw 2D images in C++ using Turtle, I think it was called. Not practical by any means. What the heck is wrong with you three? You're like a hyped up on crack version of the DVD logo that bounces around when you are waiting for it to put a disc in. Message to scrawled in blood here. Beware the jugglers in the Fiend Lord's keep. Strike them and they tighten their defense against blows. Cast spells on them and they strengthen their defense against magic. So, like, kill them in one hit? Made a launcher for RPG Maker MV using Win32 way back. That was difficult. And you just ask AA, how does this work? And it demystifies everything. Wait, do I actually have the Mass Moon equipped? Oh, I do. Okay. Good. Because that's like double the attack power of the other sword I have on. Because before MSDN documentation, that MSDN for documentation for stuff I'm familiar with. So, what is the deal with this guy's palace? Like, why are these weird mushrooms everywhere? Nested structs and pointers to other structs. Horrendous stuff. Ugh. Yeah, I only ever use C++ as very, very, very basic level stuff. Like, whatever, it was like a 101 class. This is it. Behold, French. That dragon's kind of making a goofy face. The Fiend Lord's keep. Why is this bat following me? Can I talk to it? I don't like it when things follow me. I've played enough Square Enix games over the years now to know that whenever you have something that just starts following you for no reason, it's never good. Python does everything now, the modules that C++ does. I mean, yeah. I would assume, hopefully, that there would be something that came along after C++ that would do everything C++ does, but better. If we didn't, if we had nothing like that, we'd be in much deeper trouble in terms of technology. Get away from me. I'm following. Also, why is it quiet? This is a game known for its music. Why is it suddenly quiet? Hello? Hee hee. Hee hee. I, thanks. Well, he doesn't mind I took the treasure at least. Let's play. Let's play. Hee hee. Wants to be spoopy? Making me think that something's broken. Oh. Cool. Can I have the sword that's up there? Well, that was pointless. I mean, not pointless. We got some chests. That's always nice. This is your treasure. No, I want it. You're so far the only one who said something interesting and unique. Makes you instantly suspicious. R2D1. R2D1, don't waste your energy. R2D1, don't waste your energy. Jose, you're safe. Frankie, so this is where you've been since the fair. You had me worried sick, Frankie. Huh? Augie, the Prince of Darkness. Aye, welcome, Glenn. Or should I say, Sir Froggy? Never expected to see you here. Are these your replacements for Cyrus? Lord Sharon, he's a tad bit busy right now. You'll have to take up your business with me. After you take it up with the Master Swordsman Slash, and known for his guitar playing. And Flea, the magician, that is. Also, here's some guys. And all 100 beasties in this keep, of course. Oh, that works. Well, now the spooky music actually kicks in. Okay, there's a tone that's playing in the music in the background. It's like this constant just which is doing something very interesting in my ears. I have no idea if anyone else is getting this, or if it's just me. in my head. But it sounds like the little tone is constantly increasing in volume. But I'm pretty sure it's not. You people. Actually, I probably should fight them.
Dance, dance, the god of all fiends is born tonight. Ah, this sacrifice has arrived.
Lord Magus, why am I tied to a stick?
Because, Frankie, you're being offered to summon the god of all fiends.
Oh yay, I am a sacrifice! Well, now I'm tempted to retcon it that Magus has King Julian's voice.
Even death does not stop your lust to kill one another.
What?
Such foolish creatures, you human.
Oh, are you saying that these skeletons that you raised were human skeletons? And you're like, oh, well, now that I've animated your dead bodies of your countrymen, they still want to fight. Ha ha ha. Like, I'm pretty sure that has more to do with your necromancy. Oh, and they're dragoons, too, apparently. And the bat always comes back. What's up? Please help us escape from this eternal suffering. Oh my god, you got me! I'm so tricked. See, trying to think here, like, seems that you freed my undying slaves. Such insolence.
It has been ages, Slash.
I do find it interesting. I don't know what decision led them to name all of the minions after 80s hair band or 70s and 80s rock stars. Because you have Ozzy Osbourne, you know, Slash from Guns N' Roses, and Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I have no idea. I have to assume that Akira Toriyama had something to do with it. He did the concept art for this game, and he's known for putting wacky naming patterns in all of his stuff. I mean, look at Dragon Ball. So I just feel like that was his influence. I must admit, I never dreamed you would have found the courage to come here. Had Cyrus not been with you last time,
your fate would have been the same as the others. But I'm sure you'd have it fit right in with the skeletal servants of mine.
You just don't seem like a guy who would really do skeletal servants. I guess is what I'm saying.
Jab, lunge, thrust!
Why do you keep doing it to him? Pick someone else. Also, get back on that side of the screen so we can see what the heck's going on. Was that like last ditch moment, like Fire 2 or something? I mean, that's not the worst idea, considering the fact that actually one of the more interesting fights you can do in Final Fantasy VI, the boss is when you bring him to 0 hit points, he then casts Ultima on you, which almost certainly will kill your entire party if you don't have like re-raise or something put on. Which is kind of a fun, you know, kind of a trick boss, because it's like, you think you've got it all figured out and everything, and at the very end, bam! Smacks you down. And then you come back and go, aha! It's like one of those things you have to either know the guide, have a guide or something like that, or someone has to tell you, or you have to do it more than once.
You've some prowess for the first time in ages, perhaps. I'd best employ all of my own as well.
Oh. You love this song? Heck yeah, boss battle song? It's got that nice, like, electric organ feel.
You've no hope.
Welcome in, Sav. You just did this fight today? Oh, man. Such a great dungeon. Get an AoE heal here. I don't have an AoE heal. Why did I do that? I didn't heal anyway. And it doesn't do much damage. And we killed our robot. It switched up a lot from the SNES version to like PS1 with the dialogue, but this is still your favorite game. I was noticing that, like, the translation this is the first time I've played with this translation. It's actually very interesting to see the differences. You unoriginal hack, use a different attack. I kind of stumbled upon myself the first time I got to the point where they're just like, oh yes, the Fiend Lord. Wait, what? It's like I've ever read it like that. Jeez. Oh, Chrono might be down. Oh, we won! Somehow. Slash's dialogue is supposed to call out Frog, and Frog is supposed to there. It's Sir Slush. Slash, you slimy dolt, but it was changed. Yeah, I noticed that they've kind of made the minions less jokey, I guess, which makes the fact that their names even weirder, because like they're kind of given a little bit more of a serious once over, but at the same time they're named after rock stars. There could be no greater honor. Obtain the Slasher. I'm an OG then. I have played multiple versions of this game over the years, but this is the first time I've played with this current translation of it. Yay, a decent weapon. Oh, speed +2. Get everyone some ether. The bolt sword in the sewers is now called the lightning sword. That feels like it was originally like a character limit problem, though. How long am I going to stream this game? You mean tonight? Or you mean altogether? Overall, I plan on playing through the whole thing with the possibility of a quick second playthrough where we skip all the dialogue to unlock all the endings. And then afterwards, we're going to be doing Chrono Cross. And my favorite character is Chrono's cat. I just spent all those potions and elixirs, or ethers, and I didn't notice the fact that they dropped a saves point right in front of me. Yeah, meow. Heck yeah. Anytime I am in that town, I stop at Chrono's house, I pet that cat. And yeah, Chrono Cross is another fabulous soundtrack. Like, personally, I've mentioned this before on stream, but personally, I actually like Chrono Cross better than Chrono Trigger. I know, hot take, but it's my personal favorite between the two. To the point where I actually, when they dropped the Radical Dreamers edition of Chrono Cross, the re-release for like the Switch and the PC, I actually went out of my way to import a Japanese copy of Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers for the Switch so I could have a physical edition of it. Didn't I already deal with you? Do you want our treasure? Yes. Alright, but first we gotta fight. Play with us, please? Pretty, please? Look, fine. Let me get my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Oh, they took offense to that. What, are you Pokemon kids or something? With all the scalpers? Are you insane? And you gave me a barrier sphere. So it's shell? That was your treasure? What? I'm only going to disassemble you anyway. Hey, you can't heal from my spells. That's cheating. Only when I get to heal for your spells is that fine. Hey, Saf, thanks for the follow. Jose, you're safe. That will not do at all. Swallow your soul, swallow your soul. that tone in the background, that there's like constant tone in the music is just such a putting you on edge type of thing. I don't know how effective. I mean, I've seen it done in horror movies and everything too. It's very effective. It's just one of those things where it's just kind of like completely unsettling me. I'm gonna have to fight my mom. I'm okay with this. Frankie, this is where you've been since the fair. You had me worried sick. You've been very naughty, Frankie. Sure, Frankie. This is thy mother? Yeah, but this is perfectly in character for her, so I don't know exactly what's going on. I think you have to die. That's what she always says to me after Dad left. Okay, we're almost to the end of the hallway. And then we have to fight a boss. Wait. Why am I excited about this? Stop it, you! Go! Go away! Shoot! You go... You stay there. Right here, you stay. No! And this is why we stocked up on potions before we came here. Ah, the magician. Flee, I presume. That was not flee. Where's the true one? I'm right here, right here. See, yeah, we knew it. Just, you didn't fool anyone. I've played Final Fantasy 3 and I think 5. No, 3 did it, definitely. Greetings, little green one. Who is this person? She is a powerful magician. Do not lower your guard. Flea is not the mere woman she seems. Yes, yes, I am a man after all. Right? But its exterior is clearly that of a female. Dude! Robo! R2-D1. Not cool. Man or woman, it's all the same. Power is beauty. I am deliciously strong. Poor little froggy, you must be lonely now that Cyrus is gone. And to be turned into something so hideous. How dreadful. But since you've brought your new friends over to play, let me show you all a good time. Oh, nope. Still asleep. How did you put a robot to sleep? Don't you dare. So we gave Robo the shell, which has a nice touch, actually, the fact that it's a green aura, which, you know, matches Final Fantasy. That's the same aura you got in Final Fantasy VI when you had shell put on you. Where's Ayla when you need her? Oh, he's asleep. Now he's awake. Now he's dead. Gotta keep potioning everybody. Honestly, Chrono's the biggest threat to the whole thing right now. Look how it always is Chrono. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I'm pretty sure Robo's dead. Never mind, Robo is not dead. Blind? Oh! And it's so weird when that happens, because it's like I'm expecting something visual to happen, but it's just like, nope, fight over. but I'm so beautiful. Honey, you got real ugly. Lord Magus. Yay, a magic capsule. There we go. Yay! Is it still function as a save spot? Or just... no, it's just a teleport. So I should probably heal up. And... ether up. Dun, 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 dun. It's such an impromptu, like, suddenly we get the regular battle music. Like, we haven't had that in this entire dungeon, and suddenly this is where it starts up. It's like, oh, okay. Yep. More of this. Now we get like a cool gauntlet fight. The Annihilation Zone. Be a great band name. Actually, Annihilation Zone would be a really good Megadeth cover band name. We actually learned a triple tech. For the first time, we have mastered a triple tech! And it targets one thing. You know, the interesting thing about the Annihilation Zone is that in a great departure from stereotype, rocks go up, everyone dies. Who would have thunk? We need to heal everybody again. Because no one's health refills when you level up for some reason. Oh, hey, Ozzy.
So you've made it. Slash. Flee.
Orange, Ozzy. They cannot help you anymore.
You fly-eating, tongue-flicking. Ozzy's in a pickle. Sharon!
You'll not escape us. And we got a mist robe. I don't know who can use the mist robe. She seems to get more benefit out of it.
Welcome. This is Ozzy's Funhouse. I got the idea from a mate of mine named Alice Cooper. Not bad. How's this? Super. What? Impossible. Sharon!
The Death Claw. Please tell me that's R2D1's weapon. Yes. Oh. Also, apparently at some point got something called Dark Mail? And now we get to play Dodge the Bats. Well, this is fun. That worked. Oh, that's how we dodged the... It really is just Donkey Kong. Someone had the idea of, like, why don't we just put Donkey Kong in the game? Darn dragoons. Oh no! Frankie's in a pickle! I mean, luckily they're not exactly the toughest things in the world to fight. Where do we think this comes out to, though? The chest over here, though. Okay, we got multiple teleport points. North? We're now fighting the save point. They chose up. They chose up. What? Oh, that's just an actual save spot. Well, that's convenient. I was confused. Shelter? Down? Nope. I'd handle those a lot easier. Darn! Okay. That's the actual save point. Oh, of course. Nope. One of these days, I'll figure out where all these holes are. And then I'll make Shia LaBeouf fill them. He was in that movie, right? I never actually saw the movie Holes. What? No, I'm hoping these guys give really good XP. Wouldn't that be fabulous? Like, there's not enough hole big enough. What? Impossible! And now, more Donkey Kong. That's gonna be magic, which will then make him weak against physical attacks. Then has made him weak to magical attacks, of which only Chrono knows. Frankie. No. Darn bowling ball. Get away from me. I know how this game works. Nope, no way to dodge the bird, though. Just sits right in the middle of the path. Don't you guys worry. I'll get a hammer, and then... You don't get a character in this game that has a hammer, do you? Like a mace or anything? No, bad bowling ball. Uh-oh. Supersonic spin. Make him hurt. That healed a few of them. That's not really what I wanted. You know, I noticed something here. If I go in here, has everyone's magical element next to him. Of course, Robo doesn't have a magical element because he's a robot. He doesn't have that sort of thing. We understand that. This is the thing that always got me as a kid. Frog is water magic, and Cindy is water magic, but Cindy uses ice, and Frog uses water. Why are these both water types? Why isn't one ice? Oh, it also knows Cyclone. Disco attack attack! How many more of these are there? I'm hoping this is the last one, because there's a chest. Why is Frank getting hurt so much? Just curious about that. Okay, so now they're vulnerable to magic, which means we laser spin again, smack them up. And there we go.
What? Impossible! You weren't supposed to make it this far.
And we got a speed belt. What? You're hiding behind statues? I wonder if there actually is, like, 100 enemies. Because he mentions, like, the 100 beasts of the castle, right? I wonder if there actually is, like, if you did every single possible encounter once, you know, not counting for respawns or anything, you did every encounter once, does that total up to 100? Cure beam thyself. Weak against magic attacks, huh? I can do this. Does that count as a magic attack? This apparently counts as a magical attack, though heck if I know why. I suppose it has to do with the whole thing that any sufficiently complicated technology is indistinguishable from magic. Or something. Maybe. I don't know. Listen up, you primitive screwheads! This is my robo! Nope, here they are. With even more. How much money have we actually gotten at this point? We have 18,000 gold. I think we're doing pretty good. And Athenian water. Uh-oh. We're back to the creepy music. You know what? I'm just gonna ignore you for right now and just loot your room. Audrey.
Your time is nigh. Lord Magus should have finished summoning Lavos by now. I won't be defeated by you. I won't. No attack can pierce my barrier. I'm invincible.
It's... oh no.
Missed me. Where do you think you're aiming?
I always thought this was the most hilarious boss battle when I was a kid. Like, how do you finally defeat the guy that you've been fighting all this time to get to?
Huh?
Drop him in a hole. Bye-bye. I wonder what affliction of the mind that one must have suffered from. Robo. Not cool, man. Not cool. We condemn our enemies on their actions, not the circumstances they can't help. But yeah, he was cray-cray, won't he? Time is our enemy now. We must hurry to Magus. Wait, that's a teleport. I didn't want the teleport. I wanted to save. And to give me shelter. Oh, save. Alright, I think that is going to be it for us tonight. It is just about 10 o'clock here. I'm going to be wrapping it up because I have work tomorrow. Yay. At least it's a short week. 4th of July this weekend. Here in the good old US of some other letter. I mean, there's one of them. It's got to be one, right? You know, just pick one of them. There's like 25 to pick from, right? 26, 27, somewhere in there. Somewhere between 25 and 27 letters in the alphabet. I am sure of it. Unless it's 28? Look, I know my ABCs, I just don't know how many of them are there, okay? I always get it mixed up in my head, because every time I'm like, right, and then I sit there and go, aha, I know it's this many letters. That doesn't sound quite right. Could it be so? No, let me, And it always ends up with me embarrassedly counting out the entire alphabet on my fingers. I'm a full-grown man. I shouldn't be doing that. But somehow I always end up in that situation. I don't know why. But we will be back this Tuesday with more Final Fantasy XIII. We're cracking our way into Chapter 5 as we explore the woods things. The Gabrantha Whitewood? I don't remember exactly what it's called. Some fancy name. I know the word white is somewhere in the name. Then, of course, next weekend, 4th of July weekend, we will be, of course, going back to our B-side for Sundays, which is going to be Slay the Princess. We might actually finish Slay the Princess that time. We don't know. Maybe. I've been told it's not a super long game if you do all the routes. Just get to the end game and the credit roll. Of course, there's multiple variations you can take to get to that path, as I've been told. So, who knows? Maybe we'll try another route through it afterwards. I don't know. We'll see. And then, of course, the week after that, which will be the 12th, we'll be back here with more Chrono Trigger. As always, we alternate what we do on Sundays, just to change it up a little bit. So yes, we'll be, Sundays, it'll be Slay the Princess, Chrono Trigger, Slay the Princess, Chrono Trigger, until we beat one of them and replace it with something else. Alright, that being said, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who is either lurking, or chatting, or just stopping in, or watching the VODs. You guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. That said, if you're interested in when I'm going live, you can always find me on Blue Sky or my Discord server. I will throw but I try to aim for every Tuesday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. It's the easiest way to find me. Any other details or deviations from that, I try to post on Blue Sky. But yeah, that's going to be it for us tonight. And I will see you next time. Until then, keep enjoying stories. There's so many good ones out there, and we're just going to keep finding more. Everyone's got a story to tell, and it's always interesting to hear it. That's why I enjoy talking about so many just myriad of topics here on the stream, too, while we're playing. It's interesting to see what other people's stories are. Everyone's got a story, and it's always an interesting one. So, don't ever tell yourself otherwise, okay? You've got a good story. An interesting story. A story that someone, me included, might want to hear someday. Okay? Have a good week, everybody. See you on Tuesday.